Hey, what's up YouTube? How's it going? It's Forever King here. And today I'm coming at you with another video a little bit different from what I normally do. I'm going to be reacting to GameSpot's tier list for Mortal Kombat video games ranked. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And a lot of people have been reacting to this, just on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. So I just wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts and opinions on it. So if you look at their tier list, they have Mortal Kombat 11 ranked number 1, meaning Mortal Kombat 11 is the best Mortal Kombat game of all time, in their opinion. Then they got some older ones, Mortal Kombat 3, Deception 2, and they got Mortal Kombat 1. This is the new one that just came out this year. Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 9, Deadly Alliance. Now this is the OG Mortal Kombat 1 from 1992, ranked at 9th place. Mortal Kombat vs. DC, Armageddon, Mortal Kombat 4. So it doesn't look like they even ranked Mythologies and the Jax game, Special Forces. Those would probably be 13 or 14, I'm assuming anyways. So this tier list seems kind of weird because it seems like they have most of the 3D games at the bottom, right? Or basically almost all of them at the bottom. But then they have the classics at the top and the NRS games in the middle. That's kind of like the formula they went with. But then randomly Mortal Kombat 11 sticks out amongst the NRS games on its own at the top, even above the classics and the other NRS games. So it's like, what makes Mortal Kombat 11 stick out outside of, way higher than X1, Mortal Kombat 9? It's just, I'm not sure what the criteria was based off on this list. They kind of just ranked them randomly, it feels like, and they didn't give any explanation of like, oh, this is based on story, based on gameplay, based on the aesthetic of like, the main menu, or this is based off on how good it was at its time when it first came out. Because if it was based off of any of those criteria, this list would be completely different. And if it's based off a mixture of all those criteria, then yeah, this list would still be way different. So I'm not sure exactly what they based this on. So a lot of people, they like to critique tier lists but then not give their own opinion. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give my own opinion and not only just critique this but also give my own. So one quick tidbit before I start getting into ranking these, I just want you guys to know, at some point or another in my life, I loved every single one of these games. I probably put hundreds and hundreds of hours into every single one of them, even thousands of hours into some of them. So I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I got the freaking dragon logo tattooed right on my arm. So yeah, you guys can give me your opinion on what your favorite Mortal Kombat is down in the comment section below, and we can debate and talk respectfully down there. But yeah, without further ado, these are my opinion on my rankings of the Mortal Kombat games from least best to best, because I love them all. None of them are bad. So I feel like me as a competitive player that plays these games in tournaments and tries to figure out the best possible strategy to win, and that kind of, I don't want to say clouds my judgment, but it makes me see these games in a different light compared to like if I was a kid ranking these. I probably would have like Deception near the top because puzzle combat, chess combat, conquest mode, stuff like that. But then when you look at Deception's competitive nature and like what it takes to win, it's not as fun as playing like the NRS games, which are more clean, balanced fighters. So I would have these. Their low tiers are correct. I would definitely have Mortal Kombat 4, Armageddon, DC, Mortal Kombat 1, Deadly Alliance. This is my bottom 5. I agree with their bottom 5. Maybe I'd have them different order, like Mortal Kombat 1 at the bottom, Deadly Alliance second from the bottom, then Mortal Kombat 4, Armageddon, then DC, but they still have the bottom 5. That's not the weird part. The weird part is Mortal Kombat 11 being ranked above the classics and Deception, but then the other NRS titles are all under them. So how I would do it is I would have Deception as number 7, because it has to be above all the other 3D games because it has way better content, but I can't put it with the NRS titles just because the NRS titles, they have like competitive balance in mind, so and at the end of the day, you play a fighting game for the fighting, not just for the mini games and stuff like that. So I would probably have Deception above the bottom 5, and then we're gonna start getting to like the NRS games and the classics. I'm assuming MK3 is like UMK3, or like a combination of UMK3 Trilogy and MK3. And if that's the case, I would put that above MK2 because that's just a lot of content right there. And MK3 is a deeper game than MK2 competitively. So MK3 would go next at like the number 6 spot, and then MK2 next. I do have a deep love for Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2, fun fact, the very first video game I ever played in my life. And you know, so I might have a little bias there. The earliest memory of my life, me being 3 years old, playing Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis, playing against, you know, my uncles and stuff. But I would not have it above Mortal Kombat 3 or the NRS games. So these bottom 5, then Deception, then MK2, then MK3. Then if we finally only have the NRS titles last, I would go Mortal Kombat 11 at 4th place, Mortal Kombat 1 at 3rd, Mortal Kombat X at 2nd, and Mortal Kombat 9 at 1st. And my reasoning for this, Mortal Kombat, so I'll start with Mortal Kombat 11. It seems like they kind of balanced Mortal Kombat 11 by toning all the characters down and making the creativity toned down so there's not that much things you can do, which it did make a balanced fighter, but you know, at the sacrifice of fun and creativity and player expression. So it was a good game. You know, I'll give it like a solid 7 out of 10, but the top 3, MKX, MK9, and MK1, those are all like 10 out of 10 games as far as like fun and gameplay and stuff like that. MK1, it's new and it's the launch version still, so it definitely has potential to, you know, rise higher, but I already have it in the top 3, extremely high. So who knows, with DLC and patches and stuff, I might raise MK1 higher to like 2nd place or maybe even 1st place. Mortal Kombat X is 2nd. Predator, Jason, Tremor, like the best DLC characters of all time. Pretty cool new characters, Aaron Black, Kotal Khan. Extremely fast gameplay. It's like they took UMK3 but made it modern, for very fast rushdown. The only issue with Mortal Kombat X, if someone's like better than someone else, it can feel like a one-player game. You can get steamrolled bad in MKX, like way more than all the other Mortal Kombats. But a lot of the playstyles are fun, unique, and a lot of the characters are really cool. And then finally, Mortal Kombat 9, the best Mortal Kombat of all time. You know, they had tag mode, had an amazing roster, you know, amazing looking stages. A lot of the characters' playstyles were unique, cool, different. Not only that, Challenge Tower, you know, over 300 missions, debatably the best story mode of all time. The most important thing that separates Mortal Kombat 9 from the rest, I think, is the movement. The movement of Mortal Kombat 9, being able to control your dashes so specific, like for example, someone's trying to jump over you, you can do a micro backdash and jab anti-air them to stop them from jumping over you. You just have so much control over your characters and your movement that it feels like matchups don't matter as much. When you're better than someone else, you could have the worst character in the game, like Shiva, and fight against someone using Cabal, the best character in the game. And you can still 10-0 them, just because your movement is so much better than them since you're so much better at the game. So Mortal Kombat 9, it did feel like the better player won more consistently, and it was just fun learning that movement, perfecting it. So that's my list. Those are my reasonings. I just thought it was interesting. A lot of people were sharing this GameSpot tier list on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, so I just wanted to give my opinions on it and then wanted to give my own rankings. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know if you like content like this. And don't worry, I'll have another MK1 fight out tomorrow. So hope you guys all have a good night, and peace.
Batman